Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, welcome. It's 2021. Yay. First live for 2021. Let's get it. I am excited about 2021. You know, we say that every year until our hell break loose. Then we're like, forget 2021. I'm ready for 2022. But anyway, how you guys doing? This is Cratina Webb. Cratina Webb of Girl Talk Salon and Spa. Cratina Webb of Girl Talk Hair Care Systems. Cratina Webb of the Texas International Hair and Beauty Show. Mrs. Success Anyone, Mrs. Success Anyone Supercharged, and guess what? The author of my life, Stupid Mistakes, and God's Fate. I hope that some of you guys have prepared yourselves a little bit earlier than December 31st. But like I mentioned, I always start in October. I start in October, but my mind just go ripping and running and leaving me and going crazy. So I still have so much stuff I got to do before January 1. So anyone who have not started planning for 2021, let's talk about some things. Let's get some strategies. Let's get some priorities in order. Let me talk about SMART goals. Let me talk about setting your vision statement, setting your SMART goals, and creating a vision statement. This year, do whatever you plan on doing. If it's your own business, you know, rebranding, branding your business, or whatever the case may be. Let's get into it. All right, y'all ready? Let's get it. Whenever you are setting goals, you want to make sure you do stuff decent and in order. Okay. We have some strategies that we go over whenever we are setting goals. So of course I want to go over those so you guys can be mindful of really how to set goals and how to be successful in goal setting, if that makes sense. Okay. Step 1 in SMART goals, write out SMART because it's the acronym. So write out SMART and your first letter will be S. Okay. And that's for specific, not Pacific Ocean, but specific. Okay. Whenever you're thinking about writing out goals, you guys, you have to be specific. Seriously. Even when you guys are considering a mate, you know, and you say, I just want a man that's rich. You're going to leave it at that? That's all you want? God is up there like, that's it? Oh, you just want him to be rich? Okay. Voila, magic. You got him, right? So you get this rich man. 2 days later, you look at him and be like, wee. But God, I wanted him to at least look decent. No, you didn't. You weren't specific when you asked me for that. When you prayed for that, you weren't specific. You just said you wanted a rich man, okay? So, whenever you set your goals, you guys, be very specific. What is it that you want? What is it that you need? What do you see yourself with? I mean, just in business. Know what you want. Be very detailed in writing down what you want. Okay? All right, number 2, M, measurable. Okay? Make sure that whatever you are considering for your goal, make sure that it is tangible. Is the measurement is the tangible manifestation of whatever it is that you are setting your goals to get. Okay? Write the goal in present tense as though you have already accomplished it. You know, a lot of times when we write down things, we say, I will have, or, you know, later down the road, I may have, or whatever. Just write things like it is in your possession now. So again, be very specific. And number two, measurable. Make sure that you're writing it in the present tense, okay? All right, number three, attainable. You guys, we have to start believing that it is possible, okay? And you have to believe that it's attainable. Let's say that, okay? You don't have to necessarily know how it's going to happen. Me and my husband talk about it all the time because, of course, he always say numbers don't lie, right? And I always say, but my God is bigger than numbers. So my thing is, my belief mechanism surpasses what the numbers say. You know, so I believe on a whole nother level. On a whole nother level. Because I know who my God is. Okay? Point blank, period. All right. Number 4, be realistic. Or be realistic. Okay? This needs to be something you want. Not what someone wants for you. Okay? Because a lot of times we put a goal out there, but it's nothing that we really want. It's nothing that we are passionate about. It's not our idea. So we don't have the passion to even obtain it, you know. So whatever it is, make sure that it's realistic and make sure it's something that you want. Not something that someone wants for you, if that makes sense. Okay? So again, I mean, with being realistic, if it's your passion, if it's your idea, then of course it'll end up being your reward. If it's somebody else's passion, somebody else's idea, it's going to end up being what? Their reward. So be realistic, you know, make sure it is something that you want. Okay? Step 5, trackable. Make a beginning and end. Whew, I talk about this a lot because I am horrible when it comes to setting a date. Because I know once I set that date, it's my responsibility to make sure it happened, right? So in doing that, that responsibility can be kind of weighty, meaning it can weigh heavy on me, you know. So I'm like, oh God, okay. If I don't set a date, then okay, it's still just in the air. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still just considering it. It's not per se done, you know. So a lot of times when we don't date something, we just have it lingering in the air. So, of course, number 5 for the T, trackable, make a beginning and an end. And make sure it's a realistic time frame. Because I can say, and this is my reward, not so much as a goal, I can say I want $1 million. I want to make $1 million this year. But if I say I want to make $1 million in the next day, we know that's not realistic. I'm not saying that God can't make it happen. I'm just saying it needs to be realistic. If I say by the end of the year, that can happen. Because at that point, I make preparations to get there. Like now, if I just say I want it tomorrow, I'm like, okay, what is the plan to get it? Okay? You have set a goal for your 2021. Just use those steps. Okay? Really write it down. Start writing it down. If you haven't, because if it's in your mind, you guys like me have children and a husband, child. Don't depend on this. Write it down. That's another thing that I didn't do back in the day. I wouldn't write it down because I knew once I wrote it down, again, I am held responsible to make it happen. You know, so we kind of fluff and play around with, you know, ideas and our passion and our goals. But at the end of the day, if you're serious about something, you really need to write it down, make it plain, and go step by step to making sure that you can obtain it, okay? The next thing, your vision statement, you guys. Number 1, first things first, like I've been saying, regurgitating over and over again, write it down. Write it down. You need to become the architect. right? You need to become the builder per se, the contractor of your vision. By writing it down, you guys, it sends a message to your conscious and subconscious mind. One thing we have to do, and the reason why, so many people at the beginning of the year are big on affirmations, because if you say a certain thing, be repetitive and repeat it every day or a couple times a day, then it'll get into your mind that, oh, okay, that's what I am. That's who I am. So even with vision statements, you guys, you have to just write it down and read it every day. So to make sure that it is being put into your conscious and your subconscious mind. Okay. Number 2 on the vision statement is write it in present tense. The same thing with your goals. Write it in present tense. So instead of saying I want a small business, just say I now have a small business that operates in da 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 da. Make it plain. Okay. Number 3, fill it with descriptive details. Details anchor your vision to reality. Okay, you guys know that we are visual people, right? Make a story, put a story to it. So again, your job is to fill it with descriptive details. Number 4, just like with our goals, date it. Make a date, put a date on it. When this is going to happen, when it's going to be fulfilled. Okay, and number 5, keep it visible. This is your vision statement, you guys, and sometimes it depends on how descriptive you are. It can be 1 page or it can be 5. I'm just saying, it depends on you, because again, whatever you leave out is just that, left out. So you want to be as descriptive as possible, okay? So this is the question I normally ask when I'm teaching a class, or if I'm at a school talking about Success Anyone and writing vision, making it plain. I ask everyone, I said, how many people brush their teeth every day? They look at me crazy and be like, I do. And I'm like, at this time, I would love to have 100% participation. So when they don't raise their hand, I'm like, oh, so you don't brush your teeth every day? I'm just saying. But the reason why I asked that, because of course in my bathroom, I have a mirror right there, right? That has stuff taped up there that I have to look at every day, just so I can put it again in my conscious and my self-conscious mind and remind myself, this is what I want. This is what's going to happen. This is what I want to obtain. This is what I want to achieve. So make sure you put it somewhere that is visible. And of course, everyone brush their teeth every day. So why not just put it on your mirror in your restroom? So when you wake up in the morning, go to bed at night, you can repeat it and regurgitate it. Okay? Okay, number 6. Number 6, make a shopping list. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I even have a 13 and a 15-year-old that stays on Fashion Nova and Amazon. They shop online more than I do. They have a shopping cart that's full. One of them have a shopping cart that's full for Fashion Nova. And I think it's 300 items they said you can have. I'm like, girl, really? Your shopping cart is full and you can have up to 300 items? That's crazy. So in saying that and thinking about that, it related back to this, the shopping, your shopping cart, right? Not shopping cart, your shopping list. So make 2 columns. Make 1 column what you don't want. Okay? And the second column, what you want. And this is the example that I will give to you guys when I was writing a vision statement when it related to finding an ideal team member or ideal team members, right? So I have a column here that is what I didn't want, right? So I don't want anyone that's not supportive. I don't want a rude person. I don't want someone that's not a team player. I don't want someone that's discouraging. I don't want someone that's not prompt. I don't want someone that's always late, okay? Not open-minded. Yeah, it's time for these. I'm just saying. Sorry, not sorry. Whew. Hallelujah. Jesus be some glasses. Hallelujah. Okay. I didn't want anyone that didn't dress well. Sorry. That's what I want. Okay. I didn't want someone that was argumentative, lazy, a robot, trashy. I didn't want a thief. I didn't want anyone that was addicted to a cell phone. I didn't want a condescending person. I didn't want anyone that did drugs. Put it out there. Make it plain. I didn't want anyone that was combative. I didn't want anyone that fails to prepare. And I didn't want anyone that was disrespectful, right? So this was my whole like laundry list of a shopping cart, I would say, or shopping list of the things that I didn't want, right? So when it came over to the things that I wanted, of course, you think about it, it's contrary to the things I don't want. So you have, and then I had names up there too. Ooh, wow. Okay, great. So the things that I wanted someone that was supportive, dependable, nice, coachable, a team player, encouraging, on time, open-minded, a nice dresser, amazing mindset, cooperative, energetic, speaks clearly, clean, honest, stays off the phone, peacemaker, doesn't do drugs. A good listener, someone that prepared, someone that was serving, and someone that was respectful, right? So those are the things that I wanted out of an ideal team member, right? So because the whole thing is to have someone that I'm able to work with on a daily basis when it comes to this. So now whenever you're thinking about writing a vision statement, you might need to write a couple, right? Because this vision statement was for an ideal team member. Then I have a vision statement for my 2021, for my whole year and how I want that to look, right? So even for you guys, I'm serious, that's looking for a mate, you need to write down a vision statement. You need to make it plain, So I was like, for real when it came to that. Finding someone that I was comfortable with working with every day, even when it comes to your ideal client. One thing that I realized whenever I wrote down my vision statement for my ideal client is majority of my clients pretty much operated and flowed like I flowed. When I thought about their age range, what kind of work they did, the amount of money that they made, the things that they like to do, just different things like that. And if they had kids, if they respected the fact that I had kids, so I see a lot of stylists like going ham online, talking about other stylists, talking about clients. And I'm like, what's the purpose? So it pretty much lets you know that people are not operating with their ideal client. Or even if it's a lot of salon owners talking about their staff or their team or their employees, then they don't have their ideal team, So just going forward, you guys, when you're thinking about, going to the next level, doing things different, you have to start having policies and procedures in place. You have to have a system in place. So Of course, 2021, we are working on a systematic approach into the new year, going forward. Things, especially when it comes to business, when it comes to branding our business and how we want that to look. We have to write stuff down so we can know how to function. Me, for sure. I have to write stuff down so I can be able to function because I be all over the place. I'm not gonna lie. I have to write it down. Again, like I say, I have 1 million books. And I keep on bringing this up because this thing right here. Hey, girl. This right here. As thick as it is. But it has everything in there. Everything I need. And I have to write it down. So, starting out the new year, if you didn't do it before 2021, if you didn't do it before January 1, start now. Start now. And then just make sure that you are making sacrifices. If everyone say, well, I don't have enough time. It's not enough time in a day. But okay. You have to limit some things. You have to sacrifice some TV. You have to sacrifice some bull crap to make sure you get your business in order. Because that's what it's about. Making sacrifices. Doing things different. You want different things. You have to do things different. But we have a lot of businesses now that shutting down. I thank God that He has kept us. It hadn't been easy, and I will never sit up here and be like, oh, Girl Talk has been just the perfect place, and we are just amazingly operating with no issues. Oh, it'd be some hell. It'd be some issues, but we do it seamlessly. We make sure that we put in the work and we fight through it, So, again, I just thank God that He has kept our business and continuously keeps our business, and not just the Girl Talk, but the different other things that I got going on. Buckle up, get ready, write your stuff down. If you hadn't done it already, just get it done. Okay? Until next time, Monday motivation. Bye.